But I'm gonna answer your questions. I'm gonna start out telling people who I am. I'm so happy to see you, Belinda and Tiffany and all these people that are local. That's awesome. I'm gonna start out telling you who I am. If you're coming in and you're wondering who is this crazy lady with the wrap around her head talking about food and rocking. My name is Angie Green. I'm with Painting with Fibromyalgia. I paint this kind of paint, and we paint kind of for therapy, not necessarily officially for therapy, but we paint together so that we can have a very positive distraction from what we normally feel. Everybody that is a part of my Facebook group has some kind of chronic pain. So therefore, a lot of people that are here on this YouTube channel also suffer from chronic pain. Although you don't have to. You have to for Facebook group, but you don't have to for the YouTube channel. You could just like art, or like to talk about art, or like to talk about things to do with fibromyalgia or any other chronic pain, or just see what this crazy lady is talking about. Can you hear me good? I'm thinking you can. I'm guessing you can. Because I don't have to turn my head away from the mic like when I'm painting. Hi, Gina. Yvonne. Oh my goodness. So, what else? What do you want to know? Because I have some stuff to tell you about. What do you want to know? All right. Well, I'm just going to talk for a second. I'm just going to tell you a couple little things. All right. So this is just from me hanging around. This isn't stuff I invented. Some of this stuff. Probably most of this stuff I didn't invent the answers to. But you might not follow the same people I follow. I assume you do, but you might not. So I'm going to share some of this stuff with you. Oh, Vera, you found it by accident. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Vera says she has fibro and also paints. Oh, you paint the one stroke method. Oh, I did that. I played with that once and I created one painting from one stroke method. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, thank you, Vera. All right, so if you have any questions you want to ask me, feel free. I'm here to answer all your questions. Well, maybe not all your questions, but I'll try my best. We could play with some one stroke method. I'm not a master of it, but we could play with that on some of our paintings. Okay. Do some of you have problems with dirty brushes? How do you clean your dirty brushes? I'm going to mention that because I have little props here to remind me of some things to talk about. Here is a product that you might want to have in your possession. Everybody knows what this is. Alcohol. You might need to use this every once in a while. Now, I have some brushes. I won't tell you who they are, but they work well, but they don't clean well. I'm not going to mention their name because, I don't know, for some reason I think I get messed with when I mention people's names, brand names. But this one's really dirty. But you have to really be careful with this one. I am really experienced at not treating my brushes nice, I'll confess. Therefore, I'm good at reviewing brushes because if I don't treat them nicely, awesome, Vera. Thanks. I'm so happy. Because I don't treat them nicely, then I know which ones can handle it and which ones can't. So this one, it has the nice flickability for, let's see, where's my camera? It has the nice flickability for acrylic paints, and it works. And it used to be recommended by another YouTube artist until she started doing her own brand. But they're cheap. They are cheap, and it was a good find. But two things: you have to be careful that you're not accidentally getting the ones for watercolor, because they start out, because of the sizing, flicking really nicely, and then they go all soft on you, so they're not good. They're, a lot of them aren't good for acrylics, so you have to be very careful. The other problem with this is they can't handle, yes, that's right, Yvonne. They cannot handle how I treat my brushes. So it used to be that the black stuff would come off of the ferrule. Okay? That used to be the biggest problem. It might still come off. I don't know. This looks pretty beat up, but they started having another problem. The paint cracks off of the handle. And I tried to pick this off the rest of the way. So they cannot stand sitting in water at all. So if you want to invest in these and you're really good at keeping your brushes clean even while you paint, you're really good at not keeping them in the water and all of that, fine. But if not, I have a ton of them and they all do the same thing. As a matter of fact, most of mine, I'm going to show you. Most of mine don't have the black paint on the ferrule anymore. All right? So this isn't a one-time thing. This is just how it is. So I end up having to take the black the rest of the way off in order to not have the black floaty things all in my water and end up on my canvas. I'll try to keep them still because that was annoying, moving them around. So be careful now. I'm not saying the brand. I'm just letting you know. Here's what I did to solve my handle problem. Jennifer, we think, great minds think alike. Let me find some more, some cuter ones. Where's my cute stuff? Where's my cute stuff? Where's my cute brushes? Well, I'll give you an idea. I have my older ones. I just did some. Oh, here they are. Obviously was not one of my props that I planned on talking about. Here's what I ended up doing with my brushes that come from the company that cracks, or if the other ones, the handles crack. I made them very happy brushes. So this is what I did with mine. Let's see. Okay, so you can see it now. I took the washi tape. I don't know if that's a brand name or not, but if it is, I'm not an affiliate, okay, you too. I took washi tape and I wrapped them. This kind of stuff comes out. I have a whole bunch of them in one tube and it lasts forever. And I wrap them. And then I take this stuff, I'm not going to name the brand, but it's gloss medium and varnish, and then I spread it on after I wrap them with washi tape, and I spread the liquid varnish stuff on my brushes and get it all on here. You know what? I've never had the stuff come off. I've never had a problem with them afterwards. And it's smooth because of putting the varnish on there, and they make me very happy. Okay, I get paint on the outsides of them. I don't care. At least I'm not painting with wood or cracked handles, which gets on my nerves. Here's a real old one. So the stuff stays on. It is very durable. It doesn't seem like it would be because it's a really cheesy feeling thin tape, but it's very durable, especially when you put that liquid varnish on there. Okay? All right. So I wanted to talk about that. Now, these are the brushes I like. Oh, I have one down there. Here's a big one. And I think I really got burnt talking about this brand. Oh, I'll remember that question for me, okay? And put them in all caps so it catches my eye. But I will tell you. This is a brush that I really like, so you just have to look at the color. It's brown all over, all right? And they're acrylic brushes, okay? and this is a huge one, so I do my canvas with it. And the handles, I've picked tape off, and the handle stays nice. So it handles my pour habits. And this stays nice, the ferrule, and the brush stays nice. So I just want to let you know what handles my pour care of brushes. Okay? Because by the end of the day, I already know. Okay, so here's something you want to invest in too. Dishwashing liquid. Notice how I keep covering the brand. Dishwashing liquid. So with the dishwashing liquid, like I said, I didn't invent these methods. I'm telling you, I'm passing it on, paying it forward. You pour some dishwashing liquid in your hand if you can stand that. I can't particularly. And then you take that dishwashing liquid and you work it into your brush. You work it into your brush. Oh, the camera can't handle all the movement. Anyway, you work it into your brush and you do circular in the palm of your hand, or you act like you're brushing across your hand and you work that paint out, okay? Now, I don't use my hand. I use the sink, the bottom of the sink, but then you have to scrub your sink too. But anyway, I use the bottom of the sink and I work it into the bottom of the sink. All right, just the dishwashing liquid alone before I rinse it. Then you can rinse it real good. You take a paper towel or a white rag, and if there's any color in it, you're not finished. Okay. Once in a while, and not every day, unless you're me, and you really don't care, and if you're not using it on your expensive brushes, you could dip it into some alcohol for just a couple of minutes. Okay? Adina says she's always scrubbing her sink counter, curtains, wall, everything. So you could dip it into some rubbing alcohol. This is 70%. I guess you could go stronger. 50 doesn't really do a whole lot. So you could let it sit in there just a little longer. But yeah, so some alcohol. Now, somebody said to do this and I thought it was hogwash. But you know what? I tried it and it worked. Hey, KM Crafts. Oh, baby soap. I think I did hear that. You can use some hair conditioner. I tried it, and you know what? It did seem to work. And then after you're done giving them the spa treatment, you take your fingers, your thumb and your forefinger, and you squeeze it out and you shape your brush. Okay? And then you lay your brush flat on your sink counter or in your dish rack or whatever, and then let them dry before you do this. You don't want to do this with wet, drippy brushes because it will loosen up the brush, and especially cheapy brushes, and then there'll be dead brushes. Oh, speaking of dead brushes, if you leave your brush unattended, laying on your art table, and you missed it and you didn't wash it and it's stiff like a rock and a mess, don't throw it away. Soak it in a little bit of rubbing alcohol for a little while and it will come back to life. All right, so that's the brush cleaning thing that I really didn't plan on getting that much into. And let's see, you had a question. What was your question? Tina had a question. Where is my mouse to scroll up? Let me see. Tina, how do you treat your brushes as you paint? Well, I know you're not asking me how I treat my brushes. You're supposed to. Here's what you should do. This is what I learned from Clive back in the day for keeping your brushes nice while you paint. You should dip your brush in your in a jar of soapy water, and then in a jar of clean water, and then wipe it off with a rag, and then lay it flat. Do I do that? Sure I do. All right. Now I'm going to talk about paint. Let's talk about paint, baby. All right. Most of us do not start out with the I'll use the beat up one. No, not most of us don't start out with the good stuff. Okay? Very rarely. Okay? Oh, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? Something strange about this. I'm going to show you. This is the metal tube. This is the good stuff. Another brand. The soft tube that's like toothpaste. Why does it look confusing? I've told some of you this before. This is why you have to tune in and watch me paint, because I'll tell you this stuff and you'll never see it again. Oh yeah, the fluid paint. Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second. I switched the tops. This one, this is the soft toothpastey one. Heavy body paint. The good stuff starts with an L. This one normally has the big fat top, which is what I like about that company is the top. Did I say that's all I like? And this is the metal one, my favorite, but I switched the top because it has this little hard to turn top. I put this one's top on this one, so they're interchangeable. Don't throw away your L brand tops, okay? Don't throw them away. If they're empty, which they're more empty, they're easier to empty than the metal ones. But if they're empty, take the top off and throw it in the drawer. Okay? They will come in handy. All right. Now, so that's your heavy body of the American brands. Here's your heavy body of your Australian brand. I'm covering up a little bit. And you guys are free to talk and say the brands. I can't say the brands. Okay? So here's your heavy body of the Australian brand. Love this stuff. Love this stuff. I love their colors. I love their tops. Now watch their tops. You can get them from some of the stores where you order your supplies from. Anyway, their tops have a flip cap. All right? And so a skinny amount comes out and you're not accidentally squeezing half your paint out. Okay? And they also screw off, which I'm not going to try. But, you know, obviously if you've been using it and it's dried on there, they don't screw off too well. But I love the flip top. I hate putting paint on my palette and like I get a big huge giant gob and I only needed a little teeny swipe. Okay. The other thing I want to tell you about is I think the big brands all have their student grade acrylic paints, and this one is not from the ones I showed earlier, but it's another student brand, and it's two name WNN. Anyway, this is student grade. It's all right. It's all right for a beginner if you're not wanting to spend a lot of money. You can't get it in the UK? What? Are you sure? I don't understand, because isn't Australia related to the UK? Ugh. All right. I don't know. Maybe you could send somebody a whole lot of money for them to mail you some. Anyway, so this is one of the student grades, and I don't know if they have a professional grade. I don't know. It says highly pigmented. It might be, but I don't know. Here is one of ours. And it's a giant tube, but it's pretty cheap. It's from the one of the big brands. It's okay. This is from the little big box store that we all go to, Walmart. This is from them. I think that's where I got it. I'm not sure. It's a no name at all. This one's a no name one. All right. Well, I guess it has. Oh no, this is one. DNR. Anyway, it's white paint. If I were you, I would not use student grade white. If you're going to buy paint that's student grade, don't get white and don't get yellow. Just saying, because those colors will disappear, and you could paint your giant white flower, but you better have a whole 6 of these. All right. Now, I forgot my other prop. What you can use, which might be better than the cheapy white paint, is a can of indoor house paint, which is basically the same thing, unless you get like something fancy like high gloss or something like that. But if you just get a can of house paint that says acrylic paint, it's paint. All right. And I don't think any of us are going to be in New York City, Fifth Avenue galleries. So if it works, it works. And I have bought some. I just wasn't quite sure how to divvy it up. I bet if I got online and got some containers from that certain place that sells absolutely everything, I could probably find some little containers to put them in. Put the white paint in. All right. Yes, you could, and that's another thing I forget to tell you. And I have those little teeny tubes for starters for students. I have those somewhere. If you're running out of paint, you have just a little bit left, you can mix the different brands together. You can mix some of your student grade with some of your heavy body paint on your palette and stretch it. So you can do that too. And you can also use some of your mediums, your gel medium, to stretch it. And you could use your, I have Airbrush Medium. And you could use that to stretch it too. So you can do a lot of that kind of thing. So yes, you could thicken it with that too. With the, because all those mediums kind of make it a little sticky if you give it enough time. So, okay, so you girls that have more experience I'm appreciating you filling in where I've left off. That is a great thing, so don't be shy. Okay, and let's see, there was something I wanted to tell you besides that about paint. It's gone. I had a little thought and it's gone. Oh, did anybody get these? Yes, you can make your paint more transparent. Yes, you can. You just add less paint to it, to the gel, and that works. Or you can use any of the mediums really if you want to, and just add less paint. I shouldn't say any because that's pretty broad, but your typical ones, your glazing medium, your gel medium, and that will work. Okay. Also, I want to let you know too, I have this stuff, and I don't know who uses this. They're not cheap. Who's ever used these paint markers? I want to know your opinion. Paint marker. They're acrylic paint. Does anybody use these? They're not cheap, so it's not like I'm going to throw it away or anything. I just want to know your opinion on it, because to me, you push it down and then you get this big I don't recommend it. You get this big uncontrollable burst of paint. And if it was like a magic marker, I would use it. It's not predictable. It's a hot mess. So, and it's not cheap. Like, if I'm going to buy something and spend a ridiculous amount of money for the size of this thing, make it work. All right. So I highly do not recommend that one. All right. Now, someone mentioned, I think it was Tina who put the ad on about come visit. Oh, Posca pens. Okay, I have to try that. All right. These boards right here, these canvas panels. You know what I use these for? I mean, you can paint on them. You can use them. They're fine. They're great. And you can hang them up. I had props. Excuse my back. I don't know what I did with my props. But, you can hang them up. You know those paper clips that looks like clothespins? I had them. Oh, do you want to hand me that right there, babe? That's not a good one, but it's better than nothing. They look like they clip on. They have the black part, and then they have the long. It's not this, but I'm going to use this as an example. How do you hang them up? How do you hang up canvas boards? You could put the cute black clips like this on. You know, the black ones, or there's some that are actually fancy. And you could put a nail in the wall, and then this has the holes. And then you can hang them up by the clip. Just get a clip that doesn't look like this, unless you want the industrial look. But then you can hang your canvas board up like that. Okay, binder clips. Oh, you guys are awesome. Just, hey, how do they do it in the game shows? What is it? Poll the audience. I'll poll the audience. I don't have to find a friend. Oh, you use the Velcro. Okay. Now, when it comes to the sticking the stuff on the wall, just use the popular big brand, because your other brand, they will be on the floor maybe within the hour. Okay? So yes, Tina, use your big brand to stick your pictures on the wall if you want to go that route. Okay. And then here's a question I had. Watercolor paper. Has anybody tried to use acrylic on watercolor paper? And I want you guys to go back to the group and brag to everybody. By Val. Yes, that's the correct one, Belinda. I want everybody to, when we get done with here, get on the group and brag to everybody that we talked about a lot of stuff and they missed it. That's not nice, is it? I leave my stuff up, so if they missed it, they could come back and watch. Has anybody tried to paint with acrylic paint on watercolor paper? Okay, I did one, and somebody loved it, and I was like, good, because if you saw me struggling with it, you wouldn't have loved it. Okay, so here's my tip. Use matte medium before you paint. Put the matte medium on there and let it dry, and it will feel a little bit more like a canvas. Okay? It will feel more like a canvas. It feels weird when you're used to a canvas. It just feels, I don't know, like it's not sliding on there right. Like you're just not, it's just not the same. But if you use the matte medium on there first, you'll do better. Also, if you're having a problem with it, the canvas paper, even for acrylic, it's on Facebook, Vera. It's on Facebook, and it's in the description. You'll find it in all the places I am, all the platforms. It's all in the description. Okay. So what you could do is you could take your artist tape and tape the edges down on your on whatever your working surface is. Okay, take artist tape, because then you could peel that off. and tape it down to your work surface, and then paint, and then let it dry, and then peel it off, and then you'll have this nice little border. It almost looks like a little frame around the edges, and it's not curled. So, and then there's something else I got to tell you, by the way, that I didn't know. There's a video out there. I suggest you all find it. I might have to put it in the description after I find it. But did you ever try that wet palette you spent like 20 something dollars on? Yes, the blue painter's tape is fine too. You spend like 20 something dollars on this thing because if you have leftover paint, it dries out in your containers that look like they would keep it. But the airtight ones, the expensive ones from the art store, yeah. Well, Tina, I'm going to save you. I'm going to save you before you try it. I just learned this not that long ago, and I haven't tried it in a while because I've learned quite a bit on how much paint to put on my palette, unless it squirts out. Anyway, your paper, there's a palette paper that comes with it that's made for it. Palette paper, this one's not made for it. But even this, I think, would work. You take something like a scraper or whatever. Uh-oh, I almost killed my other camera. And you wet it, and then you take your squeegee or your spatula or whatever, I'd say a little squeegee, and you pull that paper, you pull that squeegee across that paper and mash that water in that paper, and you mash it all the way across. You don't just put it on there and then throw some paint on there. You work that paper in where it actually sticks to the bottom. Okay? Now, if you don't, you will have, when you open that baby up, you'll have a mess. You'll have paper that looks like this with paint on it. Okay? There's a video out there. If I do some major painting and I need a whole lot of paint and I want to put it in a wet palette, I'm going to look for it to find it. So remind me if I forget, and I'll find the link. But she demonstrates how to make that paper stay in that wet palette so it doesn't curl on you. All right, and let's see. Types of canvas. Here's a little teeny one. I haven't mastered painting teeny tiny things yet, and a lot of my friends know that because they don't get a lot of ATC cards from me, but I'm working on it. This is a fake demonstration, but because these don't get stapled. But they will call gallery wrap anything that doesn't have the staples on the sides. Well, most don't have staples on the sides, but gallery wrap is really, it's not because the staples are on the back, but it's really the fatter, I'm talking on a large canvas, it's the fatter sides. Okay, it's not that whatever 7th, 8th inch, whatever it is. It's not that really skinny one that I always use, the budget ones. It's the fatter ones. And then you can paint the sides to go with the picture and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to show you that because you'll hear it explained. Gallery wrap, what's the difference, blah, blah, blah. And I just thought I'd throw that on there just to let you know. Takes days to do a Noir painting. Airtight bowl. I've tried it all. I've tried it all when it comes to wet palettes, and I'm gonna tell you something. You know what I do? I pay attention to how much paint I'm putting on the palette so that I don't have leftover. And if I need to add more, I add more. That works for me. But I've tried it all, and at the beginning you probably do need to find an airtight container. A cake container, a cheap cake container helps because the top is not going to smash down on your paint. So if you use a K container, that might work well for you too. Oh, okay. And let's see, what else? I think that's it. I think that's, oh, one more thing. I told you I use Airbrush Medium instead of water, okay? So what I do now, because I'm cheap like that, I take my Airbrush Medium that looks like this, and it's not water, okay? But it has the consistency of water. So if you need to do a misty forest painting or something, oh, Bonnie, I don't understand why. I don't understand why Bonnie's having problems signing in. If somebody could, oh, and Elena's out on a date with her hubby, so she can't help. The only thing I could tell her to do, but it would take some time, is to go down there to help, or find the help button or something, and it might pop up as to what to do. That's the only thing I could think of as far as what could be a quick way. But yeah, there's some people that, thank you, Barb. Hi, Barb. There's some people, a couple of people that had trouble getting on, and I wonder if Linda is one of them. Oh, man. That makes me sad. So, the Airbrush Medium. I take a spray bottle, and I fill it to the halfway, half of the halfway, which means a quarter full of the Airbrush Medium and a quarter full of the water, and I feel like I'm not, my ratio of water to my paint is a safe ratio. Yeah, I'll see if Elena could help. She's pretty good at that kind of stuff. All right. So, oh, that's okay. Never apologize. I tell everybody, never apologize for not being able to make it, and never apologize for being late, and never apologize for having to leave just to go to bed, because most of our group is not well. So you got to do what you got to do. Now, does anybody have any questions of what we could do coming up? Like what kind of thing that you'd like to do that we haven't done yet? And you'd have to kind of go through the videos and see what I've done. Not right now, but later. But if there's something that I haven't done yet, I'm going to be doing, wait, let me get a drink of water because I'm not used to talking so much at one time. Hang on just a second. That's my ginger beer. It's diet ginger beer, and it's awesome. And it starts with a G. Awesome stuff. Anyway, palette knife, yes. Honey, you have to take notes for me.
Take notes?
Yes.
You try to stay awake.
Yeah, because you don't have to read anything, because we got that already. I'm looking for some paper. Anyway, if you can grab some paper and take notes from me, but palette knife is one of them. Okay. Coming up soon, Tina said, take notes, George. Coming up soon is going to be a waterfall and ocean. I know, Yvonne, you said that before, water, and I have that in mind, and I'm not going to forget that one, but I'll tell George to write it down anyway. I love water and ocean. And Leanne has a ton of water and ocean pictures that she will let me use as a reference. Beach. I haven't done a beach. Yes, I've done a beach. I did the beach. I did the beach in, what was it called? Beach Path. I did beach. But, you know, I don't know. I could probably work it in. I don't think I did waves and stuff like that. So I could probably work it in. All right. What was I just going to say? Oh, I'm going to stop reading so I can remember what to say. What I was going to tell you. There's two things coming up. There's two what do you call them? Collaborations coming up through CAC. And wow, it's weird that you said that right when I was just getting ready to say what I was getting ready to say. Hot air balloon is actually on my mind. It really is. And I think I thought about it because it's similar to the kite one too. Babe, they want, ooh, I love painting rocks. They want, George is still getting the paper. Well, at least these chats stay up now. They want water, waterfalls. They want hot air balloon. They want rocks. They want ocean. They want white beach chairs. That's not easy, but okay. And what was the first one? What was the first one? Wait, I gotta look. Palette knife. Love palette knife.
Palette knife.
Just put knife. Okay. Anyway, there's two video. I'm not gonna look because I keep forgetting my ADD. There's two video hops. One of them is where, if you guys saw the thanks for watching art video hops, in the thanks for watching art video hops, in the description are all of the other channels, 99.9% of which, I think all of the other ones besides mine, are craft. They're all craft. Beach chairs, babe. The Rondat kind. I know what kind, because that's the kind I've been wanting to paint. Sea life. Oh, sea life. Oh, you want me to do my jellyfish, don't you? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And starfish. Okay. Oh, Bonnie, we love you. I want to fix it. Oh, I think I know what to do. I think I know what to do. Hang on. Somebody, I'm going to tell you what to do. Tina, here's what to do for Bonnie. Hit the share button. Can you hit it now? If you can find the share button, hit the share button and send it to the group or send it to Bonnie. Send the link. Somebody send the link to Bonnie. And if that doesn't help, then I don't know what to do right now. Okay. So, back to the hop. So there's a video hop. Thanks for watching art. And there was a part 1. There was a part 2. And all of the people in the hop, besides me, are craft channels. I dare to say. Yes, craft channels. Which they're fun. So, I'm whining because I was at a disadvantage. Hop number 3 is coming up very soon. And this time, the challenge for video hop number 3, thanks for watching art number 3, jellyfish and starfish, horses in the field. How about horses in the water? I wanted horses in the water. Oh, Peyton's watching. Hi, Peyton. Horses in a field. Okay. See if you could send it to her. See if you could send it to her. See if you could send the link to her on Facebook, to Bonnie Green on Facebook. Okay. This time, the video hop number 3, thanks for watching art number 3, it has a challenge on it where we're supposed to take one of the other video hop people's videos and do one of theirs instead of our own. So that means the non-crafting person had to do a crafting video from one of the crafting artists. Peyton, I love you, Peyton. So I copped out kind of. I did the easiest little video, and I had to do like 1,000,000 takes. I didn't get it right the first 1,000,000 times, or 999,000 times. But anyway, yeah. So if you want to laugh at me, you can watch that one. And then the next one coming up is called balloon collab. And it's supposed to be kind of for people that do pores, but I could not be left out. No, I didn't know it was mostly pores. But anyway, so I take a balloon and I use my balloon on my canvas. So you'll have to watch that in order to see what I did. Oh, you saw, oh, I'm embarrassed. She saw my envelope. She saw my my art. Well, thank you. I forgot. She's the one that crafted it. And that's the one I was going to do to begin with. That's so funny that you had asked me which one I was going to do. I was going to do yours to begin with. Okay. So that's it. So those are the 2 video hops to watch for. Thanks for watching art videos, video hop number 3 and balloon collab. And both of them are generated from the people who belong to CAC. So I just want to tell you that too. Yeah, Jennifer, you're just going to have to watch and see what happens with that balloon. It's interesting. It's interesting. But I will tell you this as a preview. That ended up, at first I did it to like, all right, I'll play along. I'll do the balloon thing. I'll play along. It's probably going to look a mess by the time I get done. That ended up being one of my favorite videos. So, I mean, paintings. So you'll have to, and videos. So you'll have to watch for that. Okay, who's leaving? Bye, Yvonne. Take care. So yeah, so watch for both of those because both of those were a bit of a stretch for me. All right, so I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't have a list of videos coming up, which is unusual for me because I usually do polls, but I don't like the polls because then I can't find them. They get lost. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick one of those choices out of a hat. So, or else I will have George pick which one we're going to do next. I think I'll do that. That'll be easier. George will circle which painting we're going to do next. Bonnie, hi! And then I will read it to you. So George is going to pick, and he's going to pick the hardest thing he could find. And I will read to you what painting we're going to do next based on all the ideas you gave me. If I miss saying hi to somebody, I don't remember saying hi to Gina. But anyway, if I miss saying hi to somebody, let me know. But Bonnie Stockton is here. Yay. Okay, so George is going to tell me right now which painting we're going to do next. Drum roll.
Me?
Yeah. Which one? I thought you picked one.
I did? I don't know. How about a horse in a field?
Oh, okay. Who wanted that? Okay, I know who wanted that. Belinda. Which one did Peyton want? Which painting did Peyton want me to do if Belinda's still on? I could have put Belinda to sleep. But I want Peyton to know because I think that's what she picked. I'm going to scroll up to see what her little grandbaby picked. Where is Belinda? I find her back here. Where did she go? I lost her. She's got to be here somewhere. Oh, Belinda, guess what George picked? Yes, horses in the field. That's what George picked. Yay, Peyton! That's the only reason I'm happy because I'm not a horse painter. So I'm going to have to actually practice. Horses in the field so Peyton gets her wish. Yay! All right, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to do an easy one. Peyton, You're going to have to tell me something easy that you like to do because I want to get you painting too. Yeah, I did the carousel. Tina's funny. Tina did all of my paintings, I believe. Tina, do you know why I picked a carousel to paint? I picked a carousel to paint because somebody wanted horses in the past. I think they wanted the horses crossing the water. Well, I'm happy you're happy painting. I picked a carousel to paint because they're not real, and so they didn't have to look realistic. So I cheated. So now I'm going to have to make them, we'll see. I might be able to still do it in a kind of a impressionistic way. All right. So guys, I'm going to end it at what we're going to paint next. That's true. That's true. I could copy. It's not called cheating, but I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. All right. So guys, I'm going to end it at that unless you have a question. Any question? Personal question? Paint question? Any questions you have? All right. I got out of that then. All right. That's right. All right, guys. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for your input. You guys were awesome. You're awesome with all the input that we got. Good night. Love you guys. I'm fine. I'm good, Bonnie. I'm really, really sleepy, so I'm going to go to bed early, like probably 8:30. But I'm fine, and I hope you're feeling okay right now, a little bit better than earlier. I hope. But don't overdo. Don't anybody overdo. But that doesn't mean don't move your body at all. All right. You're welcome. Good night. Bye. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Don't forget to hit the like, comment after this is over if you see it come up, and what was the other one? Subscribe, and pick a video to watch the whole video, even if you don't really watch it. All right, see you later. Bye. It's okay, Bonnie. We love you anyway. Bye-bye.
Good night.